everyone, and welcome to this week's video. This week's video is the part 2 of the DIY kitchen island build. Last week's video was all about getting these ready-made cabinets that Joe and I picked up from Home Depot, anchored together and leveled and in place. This week's video, we are going to expand that kitchen island and we are going to build that 15-inch overhang part. So if you guys want to grab a hot or cold beverage of your choice, sit down, cuddle up, and let's get into this week's video all about the kitchen island build part 2. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel where we are continuing the kitchen makeover series. In specific, we are working on the kitchen island where you are right now, and this is an exciting day because we're building the overhang part. And guys, that is the last thing that we need to work on before we can order countertops. We have to give them the measurements, and then they have to come in and they have to measure in place, and that all happens relatively quickly. So that is why I am pressed firm to get this thing done. But that's not everything that we do on this channel. We do furniture makeovers, DIYs, and antique booth, thrifting antique booths. So we do a lot of stuff on this channel. So before I even start getting into it, because I'm really bad about this, just getting right into what we're doing, if you like this kind of thing, subscribe. If you haven't already, comment down below. That helps the YouTube do the things that they need to do behind the scenes, and like the video. Heck, if you don't like it, I guess you can not like it, but you know, that would hurt my feelings. Anyway, we are working on the kitchen island. I have already ran into a snafu. These stock cabinets are not perfect squared, and it is causing me some issues. I should have built my own cabinets, but don't have time, because not only do I do this, I am a full-time nurse. So 12-hour shifts are really long shifts, and then coming home and making cabinets be very tiring. So we bought the cabinets, and the cabinets are, well, they're causing us some workarounds. Let's just put it that way. The kitchen island, so far, recap, we built that DIY bookshelf, and then we leveled and anchored all the ready-made cabinets together, and we brad nailed them in place. So they are firm in place. They are not going to move, which is why we can't finagle these cabinets around a little bit. So our workaround, we're going to have to build a pony wall, or a small little wall. I'm going to spin you around so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So this is what I'm talking about. This here is nice and squared. The bookshelf that we built and this cabinet here. This is squared, but when we move on this direction here, and using this T-squared here, if I know these two are squared back here, if I put this T-squared flush with that, this is is not, this carcass here is not straight. And this is already brad nailed in place. So we're gonna have to build up a little wall right here. And got a couple of 2x4s to do just that. So we will just kind of build this 2x4 wall up and make it nice and square so we have a starting point to work from. All right, so now we're gonna cut, excuse my hair. So now we are just gonna cut some 2x4s to height to make a small little wall.
So there's all kinds of ways to measure. I just find this a little bit easier for me. I'm going to use those two 4x4s, so I just put them on the ground, and then the vertical support that I'll need, I just put it on the two 2x4s, and then I measure the height that I need. I find this super simple for me. You can whip out a measuring tape if you like, or you can do it this method. Either way, it works. And I can't tell you how many times I have messed up in the past, so I am just dry fitting it in place just to make sure that I have it, you know, exactly where I need to be the height wise. And now let's move on to making our half wall, aka pony wall, aka false wall. They are all the same meanings. All it is just a simple construction. You're going to cut in total 3 support pieces, and then the 2 horizontal pieces, and then you are going to put them all together, and that will be your pony wall or fake wall or aka false wall.
I'm in love with all your lights and your colors. I'm in love with all your nights. But you've kept me far away from my focus, and to my heart I cannot lie. Stars, made of stars, up above, made to fall. Stars, counting stars, and they guide me through the dark. Lonely days left in despair, air is getting heavier, but I do my best to breathe. Dreams of green and filled with bliss. Life is so much more than this. So where do you go when nothing's like home? I'm going for the gold.
Okay, so we have our little half wall all done, and now we have to install it. I'm going to screw it in here. I've got everything leveled and plumbed somewhat. I'm not so much worried about plumbing as I am leveling here and here. So that's all we have to do is screw, and then we have to build out where the legs are going to go. So let's get this wall attached. Okay, so now that we got our, now that we have our half wall done, or supporting wall, because this is not squared, it's not straight. Now that we have this done, we need to cut wood from this support to this support. Now, I have gone over and over and over through my research on how to do this. Joe and I talked about it. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. Now, let me bring you to the floor so I can kind of show you, because I'm a visual person. I don't know about you, but I'm a very big visual person. So let me show you. Okay, so this is going to be a little upside down. On these legs, there's like a little notch out here. I'm using that on the inside. So let's act like that's the post here. Here's the one that comes from the island. And then we need something here too. So I originally thought something like this. Pocket holes. Well, I mean in the inside here. And then a brace going this way. So let me bring it on the inside here so you can see what I'm talking about. So have a butt joint here, a butt joint here, and it's okay if it's not flush. Actually, you can kind of recede here a little bit. That's neither here or there. But then, so what keeps this leg from getting kicked out? So if this is at the top, what makes it not get kicked out? Well, this is pretty stable here, just like that. I know a lot of people put L brackets, L, and that kind of keeps it from walking too much. I was just going to do pocket hole, pocket hole, pocket hole, pocket hole, and then like a brace right here, a gusset of some sort. Let's see. Let's just imagine this as a piece of wood. So a gusset from going from here to here, and that will kind of stabilize this leg well. A cut piece of wood. But here's a dilemma. This is a 2x4, which really isn't 2x4. It's really it's a one. What is it? It's actually a 1.5
by a 3.5. Moseying up to the bar, your legs would hit right here. So another thought process is doing it this way, this way, this way. And if we do it here, it would still kind of walk when anybody like hits it. So I know a lot of people attach them to the floor, and that's fine, but we got a pretty foot here. The foot part is like that. So in order to do that, we would have to put a screw here and then a screw on the floor. We can do that. But what I was thinking, would it look awful going like that? So then that is flat, your legs don't hit it. I don't know. I'm leaning more towards this way. I would really like it this way. We could cut this down 3 inches. It would save us a 1/2 inch. Dilemmas. These are the questions that keep me up late at night. Joe will still want to secure it to the floor because he's all about, the engineering aspect of it. But that doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. Really, are you going to see it? No, you're not going to really see the apron. I think that's what I'm going to do. Pocket hole. So I go in this way, and then pocket hole, go in that way. Okay. Woo! Wow. That took a little bit of muscles, and my poor little webbing in between my fingers hurt. But we have one side done, and now we are going to do the other.
Sometimes I'm all about the easy way. Sometimes as I go for the gold. I never thought you were easy prey. I just knew I was wrong. Probably knew all along what my intentions were. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, baby. I want no lines to be blurred, 'cause I can see the light of love shining, baby, from behind those bedroom eyes. And when I see the light of love shining, don't you know that I just wanna hear you sigh? Here we are, back at your place. You put on Marvin Gaye. Oh, won't you come a little closer, baby? Tonight's gonna go our way. Yes, I can see the light of lust shining.
All right, so here we are at the end of the day. I am done filming for today because I'm running out of light. But here is what the island looks like. We have the legs on and the half wall, but I need to go and get some more wood from the hardware store and some brackets. I've decided to put some brackets on the inside here. So that will be another day. We will finish this up. Okay, we are home from the hardware store and I got some brackets to use right here and right there on, I'll show you, where the leg and the support arm is. It's gonna help shore it up. I want it to be super stable. Plus, Joe was on it last night and just kind of wiggling back and forth, not even knowing that he's doing it. He was talking, he was playing around. And well, I can see, you know, it snapping off. So I just want it to be nice and secure. So that's why we got a straight arm. I didn't know what I wanted to use. We could use straight arms, but I'm thinking that I might just use this corner brace, and that's what they're called. They're corner braces or angle braces. And I got black because this is going to be painted black. So I got some nice corner brackets to put on the 90-degree angles just to make it nice and secure. We're going to do that. And I got the 2x4 so we can cut this and be done with the framing in part of the kitchen island. All right, that is pretty secure. Good job, excellent. We're just gonna do the other side and we're gonna then move on to cutting this bracket here, and fingers crossed it'll be leveled.
Say about it. He's just looking at you like, what are you doing?
I know.
Why is his tail so scrawny right at that? He's got a scrawny tail. He licks it. He licks it raw. He needs to stop that.
I think it's his nervous.
He's a nervous Nelly.
I wonder where he gets it from.
Am I a nervous Nelly?
Who wanted to measure the stool so we can build the island around
That
the
just makes
stool?
good sense. Well, you want to know if your legs fit underneath it, don't you? You don't want to. I mean, otherwise, you put this right upright, it would have been kind of. How happy would you have been if it was all done and you went to go slide it in there and you slid it and you went bam, and you smacked your knee and oh, son of a.
Oh, so I thought about that, and I saw how they had this bridge here or this bracket here, but then they had it cut. They had it. Well, they had it pretty.
Well, they made a.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that was
Workaround.
their way of putting this upright but making it arched so that you have a place to slide in, but yet it's could be.
But I just like the straight lines because I'm a straight line person.
You are on the straight in there. I mean, it would be tight.
Okay, so it needs to be up like that.
Okay.
Quit questioning me.
I'm not questioning.
Quit hitting. I think it's secure on the corners. Will you stop it?
What? If it can't take me doing this, it ain't gonna take somebody running in here and getting tackled and then sliding into home base in the corner.
We made it so it can be undone so you can do your little things on the floor.
Oh, okay. I mean, we can lift them up. Yeah, I mean, if you had the little pegs on the bottom, I think you're fine.
Chris loves Julia. Chris loves Julia.
Chris loves Julia.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell's who's? Did we change topics?
No, it's a blog post, and he made her an island out of their IKEA cabinets.
Okay.
Because she wanted a big island. And so what he did was he got, I think, big, huge 4x4s, and he did lug nuts on the floor. And then he screwed them in, and then they just paneled around it. But Chris loves Julia, and Chris made Julia a big island.
What are you saying?
Jennifer loves Joe.
Oh,
Jennifer's
you
building
made me a
Joe
big island. She made me a big island.
That you're about to break.
Well, I'm sorry. You know, if this was turned out right, it wouldn't have done.
You're the one that told me that
I
it needs to
know.
go this way so you can have
Dear-
clearance of your legs.
Dear,
This
you're
wasn't
only hearing the inner monologue. Anytime I build something, you're only hearing a portion of the inner monologue that my brain goes through when I'm building stuff. Just a small portion.
But we had
I'm
a
continually,
very
always
serious
going over,
discussion
it's
in
like,
the
now
middle of Lowe's.
this is the, if
Do
I
you
do it
not
this way, then
remember
you
our
have to
mild
do.
argument in the middle of Lowe's?
Dear, every single decision has a pro and con, and you gotta weigh them. And then this is good, you do it this way, this is bad, this is not good, this is bad, this is bad, this is good, this is good, this is good. If
I
do
think
this way,
that's your
it's good.
engineering brain.
1,000 times going through.
Is it busy in your head?
Oh God. Why do you think I have a headache?
I want to applaud.
Nothing is. Oh well, I applaud you, dear.
Well,
I really
most
do.
wives make an island.
No. I think that's why when you walk through the hardware store, everybody's looking at you because they're looking at you going, "Wow, I wish my wife did that."
No, I only had one 2x4. They're right there trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this one singular 2x4.
That's all right. What's wrong with
Looking
that?
for metal brackets.
What's wrong with that? Hello.
I get asked so much, ma'am, do you need help? Ma'am?
I get asked if I need help. Hey, stop.
Well, yeah,
Stop,
so you
stop,
go
stop,
into
stop,
Victoria's Secret and walk around with one.
Yeah.
It's the same thing though.
the looks, if I did that, the looks I would get would not be, can I help you? I would get, creepy old man.
They may be thinking the exact same thing at the hardware store. Creepy old lady walking around with just one
No.
2x4. What the hell is she
Why
gonna
would
be
they?
doing with the 2x4?
Why would they?
Well, guys, we are done with the kitchen island build. So we have to get the countertop people all lined up. We don't know who we're going to use. we are going to be working on that. But this is all framed in, and so nobody will be waiting on me. In the meantime, while we're picking out the countertop material and the people and the fabricators and all the things, I will be painting it. So the next video you'll see is the, what is that? It's a face. What is that? Hold on. I don't think they see you. Oh, there it is. It's a face. So the next video, guys, you'll see is us putting the backing on that and paint. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We will see you in the next one. Bye.